Yeah, those are goat heads. And no, we didn't go inside to eat. We were just walking through Tirana at night and ended up sitting on a bench with the owner.
I separated in half.
Yes.
Where the brain comes out in two pieces.
Yes.
You take the brain with your hand like this, a little bit of salt, you throw it straight in the mouth.
Actually, it's pretty interesting that he didn't just want to talk about the meat. Guess what? He had some very specific views on how to eat a head and where the world is heading. I'll add that conversation to the very end of this video. We're just walking through Tirana at night. It's our second day in Albania, and we're taking some time to finally get our bearings. Right now we're walking along the famous Rruga Majnë Peza. Actually, it's pretty interesting that even this far from the main square, the streets are still full of life. It's pretty interesting that in Albania, this evening stroll is actually a huge part of the culture. They call it Shiro. It's basically the official time of day for everyone to come out, stretch their legs and catch up with neighbors. You'd never know it, but for decades, this country was one of the most isolated places on Earth. People call it the North Korea of Europe, because it was completely cut off until 1991. Back then, there were only about 3,000 cars in the entire country. Now, it's a totally different world. Check this out. Even though it's changing fast, some things stay the same. Albania is known as the land of eagles, and about 70% of the country is covered in mountains. It's also famous for having 0 McDonald's. Instead, you get this incredible coffee culture, where an espresso costs less than €1, and people sit for hours just watching the world go by. Guess what? Despite the history, it's one of the most religiously tolerant places I've ever seen. You'll see mosques and churches sitting right next to each other in total peace. Actually, it's pretty surprising how busy these streets are this late at night. Back home, things would have quieted down hours ago, but here, Tirana is just getting started. We've just come across this beautifully decorated cafe and ice cream parlor. It's a great spot. You can see that even in a place this nice, the prices are still really affordable. 2 scoops of gelato or a coffee will only set you back only a few euros or 2. It's hard to beat that for a late night treat. Just to give you some context, we've actually picked up a car at the airport for a 3-week road trip. We have a long list of places to see in this little-known country. You have to remember, Albania was completely isolated from the rest of the world for 46 years under the dictator Enver Hoxha. There is a lot to catch up on. If you're enjoying the walk so far, please hit that like button. And if you want to join us as we explore more of this country, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Honestly, it really helps others find this content too. That's Kathy walking just ahead of me. She actually took my water bottle and stuck it into her backpack just to free up both my arms for the camera. It makes the walk a whole lot easier. We just came across these 2 workers laying cables on the side of the street. It's surprising to see this kind of work going on so late at night. I spoke to them, and they said they're actually laying fiber optic cables. It really shows how fast things are changing here, and how hard they're working to modernize the city. Since we're still on our way, it's worth mentioning a bit more about where we are. Albania is roughly the size of Belgium, but it feels much larger because of the rugged mountains that cover most of the land. It's a place that's still shaking off its past. but it's doing it with an incredible amount of speed. Tirana is really the heart of that change. It's actually one of the youngest capitals in Europe, and you can really feel that energy on the street. Most of the people you see out here are under 30. It's also surprisingly safe. You can walk around at any hour and never feel a bit of tension. Actually, it's pretty interesting that almost everyone speaks a second or third language. Because they were isolated for so long, the younger generations really push to learn English, Italian, or German to connect with the rest of the world. Even on a random street like this, you see the results of that hard work. The city is just constantly moving, and there's a real sense of optimism that you don't always find in older European cities. You might notice some people are gazing at me as I walk by. It's probably because I have this massive dead cat on my microphone. To them, it probably looks like I'm carrying a strange pet on top of my camera. We're standing right in front of the restaurant now. It's called Stani, and it's actually run by two brothers. The gentleman we'll be meeting at the grill is the one who will be sharing his political views and stories with us, while the other brother handles all the day-to-day operations inside. It's a real family-run business. Just look at those prices. It's really good value for food this fresh. Now Kathy and I are leaving you with this gentleman. Listen carefully to his anecdotes and his view of the world until the end. We look forward to you joining us on our next trip.
I separate it in half.
Yes.
Where the brain comes out in two pieces.
Yes.
You take the brain with your hand like this, a little bit of salt, you throw it straight in the mouth. Then you take the cheeks and you separate it from the head like this. And there is a lot of meat on the tongue, which is perfect.
Okay.
And then you start licking all the parts where you cannot bite. You got to put your finger and take things out.
Is it like a fish head? Like a fish head?
Fish egg?
Yeah, fish head. The big fish head.
I don't know that fish.
Okay.
We are at the meat, not at the fish.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You have to ask Albanian from the seaside to explain you things about fish. I like only meat.
It's better.
Yeah. Strauss came in Albania in 1985. He met with the communist government and he laid down a plan and told them, because of Nazi Germany who caused a lot of damages in Albania, we want to recuperate those things.
Yes.
And we want from Velipoja, from Shkodra to Saranda, all the seaside, to build a lot of tourist resorts for Albania. We're gonna use 50%, you 50%.
Yeah.
They did not accept it, but when they took him for lunch, they gave him one lamb like this in Rotase, and a lot of salads. And they told him, eat salads because they are bio. You know what he said? He said, I will eat the lamb because he been eating salads all his life. So I will be eating the lamb, he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Trump in America, with stupid people like that,
It's a disaster.
we cannot rely anymore on them. We have to rely on ourselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean?